A lot of people don't live up to their full potential because they feel guilty for wanting to live their life. They feel guilt in their bodies because they are living their own lives and they're actually living into the reality that they want to create for themselves. And this is a serious issue because so many people have so much potential. There's so many people that can create powerful things in this life, and they don't live up to that because they feel obligated to live a life that somebody else wants for them. And this is a serious issue because if we feel guilty for wanting to live our life, if we feel guilty for wanting to be on a certain path, that is going to result in us not living the life that we want, but we're going to live a life for somebody else. A life that we didn't choose, but a life that somebody else actually chose for us. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to create boundaries and not feel guilty for it. How to not feel guilty for just wanting to be you. How to give yourself permission to be who you are fully and live into the reality that you know you're meant to live into. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So you got to understand, the first thing you want to do is just give yourself permission to live your life. Oftentimes we don't just give ourselves permission to just be us. If you want to go be an artist, you're allowed to be an artist and you're not rude for it. You see, what the ego thinks is that it's rude to follow your path. But the thing is that when you follow your path, that is the most selfless and beautiful thing that you could do for the planet. The most beautiful and the most impactful thing you can do for the planet, and the least selfish thing that you can do for humanity, is actually to follow the path that is in alignment with your higher self. Is to follow the path that is going to lead you to a path where you love yourself to such high degrees, to such high levels, that you then spread that love to others just being who you are. And this is what a lot of people don't realize, is that when you follow your higher self path, you're going to serve the world, and that's not you being rude at all. It just may seem rude in the short term to the people that want you to be on the path that they've created for you. How many people on the planet don't live up to their full potential because they live a life that their family wanted for them? And it's nothing against family, it's nothing against the people that we love, but sometimes people have a vision for us that is not actually in alignment with our vision. We have a vision for our life, right? We have something that we want to create, but then that gets clouded by the external world and what people want for us. Let me ask you a question. What if you were to live your life unapologetically? No justifications. You don't have to explain yourself unless you want to, so that person can understand you more. What would happen if you just gave yourself permission to live your life? That would mean that you've created boundaries and you're not feeling guilty for it. This is what living up to your potential is. This is about giving yourself permission to be the fullness of who you are, because you are a powerful being that can do so many things on this planet, and you don't want to dim your light because of somebody else's darkness. So it doesn't matter if it's family. It doesn't matter if it's friends, especially if it's somebody close to you. Not only does it not matter if it's family, especially if family wants something for you, it doesn't mean that you have to do that. It doesn't mean that you have to live into that. And I just want to be totally clear. This doesn't mean that you hate on anybody else. Creating a boundary is not about putting hate into people or projecting judgments onto people. This is not what following the path of your higher self is about. This is about loving people. This is about accepting people, but giving yourself permission to just live on your path. Just allow yourself to do it. When you allow yourself to be who you are fully, what happens is that you feel so much peace in your body. So the first step is just to give yourself permission to be who you are. If you give yourself permission to be who you are, don't feel rude for it. Don't feel like you're doing something wrong. At the beginning, when you start to live on your own path, when you start to say no to people, when you start to do things that you want for yourself, people are going to perceive you as, like, they might temporarily think that you're being rude. They might project their judgments onto you. They might think that you're being rude, but the truth is that you're not being rude. You're just living your life. You're just being who you are. And then so what this is going to allow you to do is to then serve that person in a much more powerful way. So here's what I want you to understand as well. If somebody in your life wants something for you and you feel rude for not living into that, the question I would ask you right now, which is a key question to ask yourself if you want to create boundaries, not feel guilty, is, do you want to live a life that is based on your values, your truth, and what you want? Or do you want to live a life that somebody else wants for you? This is huge to understand. Do you want to live a life that somebody else wants for you? And if you are, basically what you're doing is you're living a lie. You're not living truthfully, because the truth is that you don't want to do that thing, but you're doing it out of obligation. If you're doing something out of obligation, that means that person is controlling you. That person is trying to manipulate your energy. Maybe not on purpose, but at a certain level, they are manipulating you and they are controlling you. And so, just to conclude this video, I want you to investigate, what would your life look like if you gave yourself permission to be the fullness of who you are? What would your life look like if you just gave yourself permission to step into that role, to just be who it is that you know you're meant to be? And you will see that your life begins to shift in incredibly powerful ways, in ways that you couldn't even imagine were possible. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.